Here we go then, it's time for another episode of my Lewis Hamilton career mode on F1 24 and we arrive at the Spanish Grand Prix. Big game tonight, who's going to win? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, in the meantime, we're going to talk about the previous episodes. If you haven't seen it guys, go check it out. The Canadian Grand Prix will be linked in the top right, spoiler warning ahead. But let's get into the Spanish Grand Prix and starting off with the fallout from the previous episode where we leveled up our racecraft to level 96. Also our pace goes up and also our focus gets a pretty decent boost. The awareness takes a very slight hit, but generally we gain and we're very close now to level 97 overall. Also we level up on recognition and we're now in a 53-47 split to Charles Leclerc. So that helps us. Also we level up the strategy analyst on the specialist. So quite a few perks and getting a few extras here and there as we jump into real time doing our specialist for today's episode, starting off with of course wind tunnel, then power unit, and we're going to basically get all of these on as we're very close to leveling out all of them on level 3 and getting the maximum perks possible. Really only durability and power unit need to get leveled up. Strategy analyst level 3, we're going to go for complete the race strategy practice program on 2 different tires, and then we're going to go for complete 3 practice programs during a race weekend. Now there's one thing to know which I've not done in this entire career mode so far, and that is in the bottom right, set a primary specialist. Now it's been set to wind tunnel for probably as long as I can remember, and I'm actually going to change it to quality assurance tester to basically get that leveled up to level 3 because power unit is almost there, and once we get those 2 we would have maxed out all of our specialists, and that is going to help us out massively. Now with that said, we have brought our strategy analyst to level 3 and we'll get into that in just a bit, but that could be a key factor. In the meantime, heading into this race weekend, we have a 9-point lead over Max Verstappen in the Drivers' Championship. Lando Norris has really fallen off in the last couple of races. Since winning and leading the championship in Imola, it's gone sideways for him. Big issues for Lando as we jump into the time simulation. Now we're going to get ready for the race of course, and we're going to see what's in store for us. So we're going to start off with the forecast, and we have rain, quite a fair bit of it in the early part of qualifying. According to this, probably somewhere around Q2 it should probably dry up, so we'll see how that turns out. The race completely dry and no threat of rain in there. The weather's super consistent overall, so we're going to jump into the performance chart, and you can see we are coming off a bit of a decent streak. 3 podiums in a row, 2nd place Imola, 1st place Monaco, 2nd place Canada, and this weekend upgrades for others, meaning the top 4 teams are extremely close, and there's us just a little bit further back, and then Alpine leading the Formula B pack further below. And we jump into our race sims, and unlike previous episodes where we've struggled a bit, we smashed that one out of the park and the car felt really nice. The one thing to note is tyre wear is very bloody high, so I have to watch out for that. We'll have to try and manage, especially in the race. You can see elsewhere lap times pretty consistent, getting generally faster as the stint went on, and yeah, just setting a really good baseline for the car heading into the weekend. You can see we finished in 17th on mediums, but that's not really a true lap time. Again, no DRS being used. One thing to note is our specialist. We are level 3 on strategy analyst, which is huge because that is going to give us an R&D points boost, which is huge.
Hello everyone, it is a track the drivers know oh so well. It is qualifying in Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Here we go, qualifying time, starting off.
10 minutes left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes. Inter seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
Starting off with Q1, George Russell setting the pace there, 119.7. Seems like the rain may even disappear during this session, so the forecast from before not totally accurate. So currently closing out our first time lap and looking to see what we do over the line. It's a 120.4, which does put us about 7/10 off George, so we need to find a bit more time. P6 for now, So we'll go for another attempt in these conditions. The best thing you can do is basically just stay on track at all times and just keep turning laps, and eventually, you know, you'll start to get that momentum, get that consistency, and things will start to click. Now, we had a bit of a moment through turn 3, but we started to find time elsewhere throughout the lap. Eventually, around the final corner, purple in the sector 2, and we're going to improve by half a second, and we're currently P10. We move back to 6th, just like before.
Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 19.7.
So no changes to lap times. Russell still quickest with that lap from before, so that gives us an idea of what to aim for, as now Verstappen does a 19.4. In the meantime, we kept on pushing, and you can see we're a 10th up or so on this one, but this is kind of it now pace-wise as we cross the line. 198, not too bad, breaking into the top 5.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
So that gives you a bit of an idea of where we're at. Now, watch Pierre Gasly. There's a slight, reflection on the track, but generally the rain is completely gone and the track is dry. And you can see through the final corner, the track is looking pretty dry. A few shiny spots, which is usually a telltale sign for Inters, but there's still 2 minutes and a half to go. So it's tricky, but I'm going to go out on dries. Now, there is exactly 10 cars out on track. So if all 10 of those guys improve, we are going to be P16. So we just have to basically marginally improve to knock off Charles Leclerc. Now, we don't have any front tyre temperature. I can see that reflection on the right side there, which is a bit of a telltale sign the track's not fully there. Into turn 1, we turn in. Front tyres work well, but the rear tyres don't give us any grip. And we're just fighting the car all the way through, and now the lap times are tumbling, and we have dropped to 16th. Sainz, Perez have not gone out, so they're out of qualifying, and if we do get this lap and improve, we're going to knock our teammate out. So all the big boys have completely fumbled this qualifying as I'm trying to get some pace. We find 3/10 through turn 4. As I mentioned, the fronts are working. The issue is the rear tyres are just not working, and my fronts are cold and my rears are warm, but for some reason the track's just not quite there. Even though it looks dry, there's just a few reflections, and that's going to be it. The nail in the coffin, invalidation through turn 9, and we're out. A big blow, absolutely huge blow. A grid drop for Sargent, but that's it for us. We missed out by 0.04 of a second, which is insane. I don't think it was a terrible call, but the grip just wasn't there. I think maybe another lap might have helped, maybe 2 more minutes. I wanted to risk and basically, just try and use softs to get through comfortably rather than go on a set of dries, into, should I say, in really dry conditions. But yeah, a slight hit to our stats, nothing major, but we do have a mountain to climb for the race, so let's see how it goes.
Circuit of Barcelona Catalunya has been on the calendar for over 30 years now, and it has served up some classics. Michael Schumacher's first win for Ferrari in 1996 in the rain. We have much better weather here today for the Spanish Grand Prix. The Circuit of Barcelona Catalunya runs to 2.9 miles. It's a heady mix of high and low speed corners. Look out for the high downforce arc of turn 3, the 2 DRS zones, and the chicane at turns 14 and 15. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Russell, Gasly, Ricciardo, Teo Porcher, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Ocon, Albon, Bottas, Zhou, Hamilton, Sainz, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. It's race day, it's going to be a thriller. I'm Alex Jakes, alongside me is Naomi Schiff. Well, they're having a better time than their teammates so far this year. How do you keep that momentum going? Now, those final hours before a race, did you have a routine?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
Here we go then. Time for the race. Now, a really strange qualifying, and the grid is extremely jumbled up. Now, we've got some fast cars at the back, and then those who managed to escape, Leclerc and beyond, are back at the front. So we have a fast front, fast end, and the kind of slow cars are in the middle of the grid. So a very mixed-up order, and it's going to make for a unique race. Now, for this one, of course, starting so far down, we are going to start on the hard compound tyre. The default strat was medium to hard, which is what I assume the top 10 will do, or maybe even top 15. But we are going to try and make the hard tyre work and go deep into the race. The forecast is super consistent, no rain expected at all. Fuel, I've gone for 33 laps on the nose, so right now we're on the edge. We should save some fuel in traffic, naturally kind of driving slower, so yeah, I'm not concerned about that. Either way, 33 laps, it's going to be pretty much full send the whole way through, so let's have some fun and let's see how it goes. Well, I've managed to get some sort of tyre temperature in the tyres, but not a lot. Hopefully though, just enough to try and contest this first lap of the race. Anyway, let's get into it. It's going to be a short turnaround for the lights. So let's line her up and send it. Revs, lights, action. Ugh, just couldn't get any rear grip. Well, everybody on softs around me, especially the faster cars, so they're going to be tough to beat. Going to go very deep on the brakes, lots of space on the outside of turn 1, so we recover those positions. Sainz still there on the inside, he's on mediums, not on softs. We'll try and go to the outside again here maybe, and try and put Bottas between us and the faster cars behind. Down to turn 5, Zhou, Albon side by side. Bottas still there as we try to put him behind us. Bit of contact as I try to gradually move over to force him and squeeze him out. Zhou, Albon still going for it. Albon falls in behind. We're going to get the run through turn 9. Couldn't quite go for that. Would have been a very narrow 3 wide. Side by side with Albon here as we head through turn 11. Bottas having a look, but no way through. Oh boy, what an explosive first lap. Verstappen leads the way. We've had a good last corner. We might have a shot at getting both.
DRS is being enabled this lap. You can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Well, we're closing in. These two are going side by side in such awkward situations. Albon though goes through on Zhou. We're going to try and get underneath it and get one of them. Zhou tries to turn in. Still there. Still side by side, but we've gone into the corner a bit deeper to try and get the exit. I just can't get ahead until now. We send it around the outside of turn 7 and pull off a huge move. And we've still got DRS on Albon now, which is critical, so let's knock it to medium. We're going to catch these cars ahead, who are 1 slower but 2 battling, so the train will form back up. Leaders are going to break away, so it's going to be hard to fight for a win or a podium, I think, unless we get a safety car. That's the sort of pace they're running in the 112s. Obviously we lost a lot of time this lap with these guys all battling away. Let me see if I can try and get Albon here. No DRS for him. I'm out of battery. Up the inside. Lovely. P12. and we've kept the faster cars behind us. Let's see if we can try and reform the train. Alonso did a 1:12.5 on that lap, so we're quite a way off the pace compared to the leaders. So definitely we're in our own race at the moment. Let's try and get our head down. Long way to go. Okay, good lap. Now within DRS of the cars ahead, which is huge. We get to recharge the battery and also just manage fuel a little bit as we are burning it up in clean air. So green flag. That means there's a yellow further back. That's Perez. He's at the moment, he's rejoined the track, so it's not a DNF. No safety car. We continue on.
Okay, Lewis, Tsunoda's ahead of you. We don't want to let this hold us up too long, so do your best to get past and get on with the race.
Yeah, these 5 cars are really slow, but just trying to save some fuel. Carlos Sainz has also cut his way through the field and is now behind us, so we do kind of need to make a move, so it won't be long until we get through on Tsunoda. Might even be here, to be fair.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
Pretty easy move, just keeping a car between us and Sainz for as much as possible. Sainz probably still quicker on that medium at this stage. We're still coming up to speed. I think we might have a chance here of passing Ocon. Not bad. Maybe not. I didn't get the apex at the final corner, which let me down. So they're battling up ahead. Let's just, again, try and save fuel. That's more like it. Right, let's see if we can challenge. Yeah, Ocon derating. That's all I need. I can outbrake him. Just like that. We might have a chance of getting Ricciardo here as well. Out to in. Switch back. And there we go. That's another pair of cars overtaken into the points. Now I want to try and see if I can get them both here in one swoop. Hulkenberg won't have DRS. Paul Chair's going to get the run, so we'll try and get the double run here. Just like that. To the outside. I'll break them both. And that's now P7. So we've got only fast cars ahead of us now pretty much. And the next 2 are on softs. Not sure if the rest of them are, but either way, got a ways to go. But now the climb really begins. We've got to put this hard tyre to work. We've got the advantage right now, so let's try and cut the gap. Right, that's our pace with DRS. Now let's see what we can do without it. Norris, Gasly battling ahead. First warning. I hate that corner because the car bottoms out mid-corner and it sends you out wide. It's a horrible just bit of tarmac. Might be able to get in DRS range here off Pierre Gasly. These guys on softs still haven't stopped yet, so we're making inroads. Oh, that might just cost me DRS. No, we just crept in. Right. These guys should be pitting soon. There's our pace, 13.6, 13.8. These 2 battling still, so we can probably clear the pair. They bang tyres and exchange paint. Might have a shot here, trying to get in between them maybe. Up the inside. Norris has no grip on those left-hand side tyres. And we go through. We'll get Pierre on the pit straight. Right then, this should be easy, like taking candy from a baby. Actually, some cars are actually starting to pit. Right, here we go. Let's overtake Pierre. Straight through. Thank you, DRS. Verstappen, Alonso pit. Russell, Leclerc stay out. Makes me wonder. Verstappen and Alonso broke away at the beginning of the race and then got caught up by Leclerc and Russell. I wonder if they started on softs.
Okay, Lewis, your lap times are all over the place right now. We've got to have consistency. Come on, we can do better than this.
My lap times are bulletproof, mate. I'm in the high 13s. Gasly pits. There we go. We're going to take the lead for now.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
So Leclerc, Russell will be on hards. I assume Verstappen and Alonso also went for hards with their strategy. So us being on mediums will give us an advantage in the second part of the race. Let's see though, if I'm right. No, Verstappen's gone medium, interestingly. So maybe Alonso did the same.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
I'm happy to go long. Yellow flag at turn 10. That could be Pierre Gasly, I think, slowing down. Yes, it is. A VSC now would be a cheap pit stop, but we're yet to have one this season. There's your top 5. Everyone on their correct compound, so you're getting the full update.
Just follow the safety car. Don't worry about the target. Follow the safety car. Okay, information on Sainz.
I wonder if something happened. Sainz
Retiring from the race.
Sainz is off the track at turn 2, so 2 cars retired on track at once, and that is going to mean a free stop.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Wow, literally perfect. We might even rejoin the lead under safety car Delta. Here we go. Probably going to be P3 realistically, but there's a chance. Right, come on boys, good stop. Thank you, 2.4, and I think we're going to rejoin behind Russell. Unfortunately, we're not going to gain with the safety car Delta that much.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Anyway, that now puts us in the fight for the win. We would have rejoined in a normal circumstance, you know, around a couple of seconds behind Norris and Gasly. The race was actually going our way because you had Alonso v Verstappen, Leclerc v Russell, and Norris v Gasly, and they were basically all taking time off each other, and I was just circulating, gaining time in clean air, so I was really making my race. So I don't mind this, but I was also making it work without the safety car. Either way, we can now win this race. We have the best tyres, and the race pace is on point. Let's win it. Right then, here we go. Time for the restart. AI going so slow, it's impossible to maintain temperature, but we'll make it work with these tyres. We now have no more fuel trouble to worry about. So let's get to it. Back underway. Here we go. Great exit.
Green flag.
Passing Russell over the line at the right time. Locked into a dead heat as now Alonso and Verstappen go at it. Leclerc gets involved. Let's not lose the front wing. Easy does it. Right, through on Russell. And let's try and get Leclerc. Alonso back into the race, leading his home Grand Prix. Extra motivation for him to win. Look, Leclerc struggling there for grip. Thought about it into turn 5, but we'll buy that time. DRS, of course, enabled next time around, so we'll have it this time next lap heading on to this back straight. Oh, that's a bit wide there. Could have got underfloor damage. If I'd had DRS, I would have probably gone for that on Leclerc, but we're just a bit far back. Tyres now coming up to temperature for everybody, but especially for us. I always start on warm tyres, or near enough perfect temperatures. Let's try and get Leclerc here on the pit straight. Set him up, get the front corner, spot on. There we go. Here we go.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Side by side. It's a dead heat, but we go through on the inside. Brake later. Got more grip. And that's P3. 2 more steps to get to the top. A third of the race to go.
Lewis, it's Verstappen ahead. Come on, mate, this is it. Let's try and get past them quickly.
Purple. So we might also get an extra point. Verstappen and Alonso going for it. Just got to get a bit closer if we want to try and get them both. Maybe even here, to be fair. Yep, we've got the run. Alonso defends, but we go clean around the outside and get second spot. Only Max remains. Here we go for the race lead. This is the one. Started 15th and now a P1. let's finish this race and pick up this huge win. This would be a huge one for the championship and really give us a bit of daylight in the standings in the case we were to get a DNF at some point. I wasn't able to break Verstappen out of DRS range though. He's managed to stick with it. I'm going to burn all the battery here to try and see if I can shake him off during this lap. Alonso now having a look as well, so if they battle that might give us a break. We're getting close now. Maybe next lap we might just shake him off. Still going purple in sector 3 with these tyres. I think he just held on again. Nearly there. One more lap. I had a bit of a scruffy lap. Drove really rash on that one. Just really hard to break DRS around it. Suddenly now Verstappen smells blood. When the AI get within half a second, they start using the battery on you in attack mode. And now I can't bloody get rid of the guy. He's going to get me here. We're going to have to prepare for a final battle. I pushed so hard every single lap, but to no avail. I'm going to cut Alonso off. We're going to sit behind Max and we're just going to wait. Right then, let's get this done. Let's try and win this race. Max and Alonso have not made it easy for me. I mean, if you look at the gap to Leclerc and Russell, you know, we dropped them, but these two have held on as we get our second warning of the race, so we can't get another on this last lap. But through we go. We're going to hold some battery back. Alonso might even go for a move on Max, to be fair, into turn 1. Not quite. Alonso unable to lay a glove on Max in this second stint. Right, come on then, let's manage. We've got plenty of battery through turn 9, unscathed. Easy does it now. We survived that DRS zone. P15 on the grid, that's where we started. And after 33 laps and a nice bit of luck with the safety car, we are going to come through for back-to-back victories and really open up the gap in the championship.
Yes! Come on, guys! Thank you so much. Such great work. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Great win, team.
The all-time win record is getting extended. Lewis Hamilton takes the win.
It's not every day that we get to see such incredible wheel-to-wheel racing. Next time, they might consider making it easier for themselves, but today, we absolutely loved all the action that we got to see out there.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
Now that is an absolutely huge victory. Not just that, also fastest lap of the race. So a complete race today, getting maximum points and outscoring our championship rival Max Verstappen. Lando Norris now really starting to fall away in the championship, and we'll confirm that now. You can see the gap is 55 points, and he literally won in Imola, led, and then it's just been the next 3 races, just a straight downward path for him. Leclerc up to 4th now in the Drivers' Championship after being 8th for the majority. To be fair, it's a really close gap there between Leclerc, Russell, Stroll, Piastri, Alonso, Sainz. It's all very compact. Of course, Sainz retiring from that race here today. If we go to the constructors though, we have a 35-point gap over Red Bull, 62 over McLaren, and a bit more of a gap over Aston Martin and Mercedes. So yeah, generally things are looking pretty decent, and a very, very good start to the season. We've recovered after a couple of hit and miss races. We're starting to get it together, and the Ferrari's working well. So guys, cheers for watching, like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. As always, on screen now you're going to have the post-race fallout from that one, affecting of course our rivalry with Verstappen, both rating and championship, and then of course our new recognition versus Leclerc. We actually leveled up in the last race to this one, so we're now on 53, so we have a more increased split within the team. And then of course our specialist targets, which we're starting to get very close now to leveling and maxing them all out onto level 3. So guys, cheers for watching, take care, hopefully you enjoyed the video. As always, a big shout out to the members of the channel for watching, supporting, commenting on the videos. Also check out the 2 videos on screen, guys, on screen right now if you haven't seen them. And there you guys, see you in the next one, take care. Let's go back from me, ciao.